Hello, hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. This is what was in there, leaf petal. And these are some, it says fruit cocktail herbs. And it shows you the plants here. Today, what was delivered to me are these live plants from HSN. I saw them selling some herbal plants there, and I was so interested, of course, because of the herbal tea garden. Well, I have some seeds here that I want to plant in the ground and in some of the pots. It just rained in the garden, so it just rained here in Catherine's garden in the Northeast Zone 6, and so I am going to sow some seeds, do some direct sowing of some seeds that I have in pots and maybe also in the ground. I do want to plant some zinnias and other things too, because I think that they will do all right. At least I'm going to try them out. And I have a lot of box seeds as zinnia seeds, so I'm going to try planting them, putting them in the ground, and see what happens. Right here I have these seeds that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I think I have one other packet of seed, which is a burpee seed, but these are from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put them in the ground. I'm going to plant these zinnia seeds and see if I can get them started in one of the containers, and then transplant them into different parts of the garden where I want them to grow. I have beet seeds, I have cilantro, cauliflower, kale, carrot, and chives. So I'm going to walk around and see exactly where I want to put them and in what containers. More than likely I'm putting the carrot seeds with the radish that I have in the containers, because when the radish are finished, then the carrots will be coming up, and then when I pull the radish, that will help me to thin out the carrots. So it's like double dipping in seed planting. Now these are marigold plantings, and they have their second leaves. Yay! My dinosaur kale. Well, if you like this video, I hope that you would like, share, and subscribe, and come on and be a part of Catherine's Garden and Home. All you have to do is just hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more videos, and also hit the like button too. And let me know if you like this video, and make a comment down below. What would you like to learn more about, and what would you like to talk about? Let me know. I just received these plants from HSN. I had purchased them in February, of course, when I was dreaming about starting my herb garden, and I came across the program, their gardening show, and they were talking about herbs, and they're offering these different herbs. I've never ordered plants from HSN, but I decided that I'd give it a try, and it says fruity cocktail herbs. Your plants have been shipped to you in pots. Please remove the pots from the packaging right away and plant them as soon as possible, following the planting instructions below. So let's take a look and see how they look and how they turned out. Well, this is how they were packaged and sent to me. And let's see what they are. It smells fragrant. This is aloe citric level lemon verbena. This is lemon verbena. That's wonderful. But what a small little plant. But that's what it is. Lemon verbena. Let's see what this is. This is desert rose. Now, I don't know about desert rose, but that's what this is, desert rose. This looks like rosemary. No, this is Thymus fragrant. This is a thyme. And this is mentha hybrid berries and cream. So this is a mint, and it's called berries and cream. Wow, they're very small plants, 4-inch pot plants. Of course, when they're showing you the plants on air, they're full grown and mature. And it's always is like an illusion to me when I see it like that, and I'm like, do I really? But I'm willing to pay for it because you want the herbs. But this is thyme, berry. What does this say? Desert rose. This is desert rose, and this is the mint. Berries and cream and lemon verbena. So I've got to pot them up or put them in the garden right away, one or the other, and get them started. But this is the beginning of my herbal garden. It's very important to water in the plants well when you are transplanting them, because water is critical. When you water in the plants, what it does, it removes air pockets and any chances of the roots being exposed. So you want to make sure that it's very well watered initially. And so that is it. Now I put the one that looks like a mint in a bigger pot because mints grow really rapidly, and I know that it's going to be happy in that pot. And the thyme I put in a bigger pot also. I did not add any amendments as far as adding compost to them because of the fact that I believe that they don't really need it. They don't need the same sort of soil treatment as the other two plants may need. So now I'm going to take them down and put them in the garden. I want to enter into the herbal garden area, and this is where I placed the pots. They probably will not be staying here, but I want them to get large enough, and then I will decide where exactly I will put them. But in the meantime, I decided to just line them up like this here in the garden. In this area, there are a lot of mint, You can see them coming up. That's spearmint and peppermint from the past. And I know that this whole area is going to be filled with mint because it was here before. And what I'll have to do is dig some up and remove them if it becomes too invasive. This is spearmint, and it's very delicious and highly scented. I received that spearmint plant from a gardening friend who I met at the community garden. She gave me a piece of that, and it comes back every year. It's just returning every year, and I'm so glad to have it in my garden. So that's what it looks like. I also have some teacups in here, just to give the idea of the tea garden. These are just weeds growing, but I'm going to have to decide what I want to do with this, and then I'm going to paint this as well. But that's the beginning. I could actually put the teacups like this in the garden. How does that look? Maybe turn it upside down. I mean, right side up. I do have the kettle. We'll see. I just love the joy of the garden. I just love being out here, and to me, gardening is a no stress situation. It's something that I do to relax with, but also I know that it's productive, and it can also help me with producing food, not just for myself but for others, which I did in the past. So I just want you to learn from it, also to encourage beginning gardeners to go out there and garden. Don't be afraid to put some seeds in the ground. It's almost like if we are scientists, explorers, yeah, and we are doing a little experiment here and seeing what works in our gardens and what does not work, because everybody's garden is different. Your garden is not like my garden. Even the person's yard next door to me and on the other side, or even behind me, their land could be a little different, and we're still in the same zone, we're still in the same area, and we're not far from one another, but yet the sun makes a difference, the trees make a difference, the soil makes a difference. So all you have to do is take a little chance and just get some seeds and put them in the ground and see what happens, and more than likely it will produce, because there is life in the seed. So that's what I'm going to do, and just put them in there. And I've done my part as far as prepping the soil, making sure that I have compost, good soil, rich soil. I put some fertilizer in different parts of it. So it should produce. It should give me some good results. And if not, I learn from whatever it is that I did. Whatever I did this time and it doesn't work, I shift it, change it, and do something else, and that might help it to actually grow. So it's an experiment, yes, and you can enjoy it. And yes, there's some true and tried practices that help, but remember that your garden is unique to you. Your garden is so unique to you, it's almost like a thumbprint, because you are unique too. I also got some tomatoes. And it is early for the tomatoes, so I've been taking them in and bringing them back out. But these are the tomatoes that grow These are patio hybrid tomatoes, determinants. These are the determinate tomato plants, and you don't want to cut off the tops of them because then they'll stop growing. They're not like the vining ones. And these grow straight up, and they are good for the patio. And you know, if you don't have a lot of land for the tomatoes to trail and travel, then these tomato plants are the best ones to get. The patio tomato determinate. Right here I have these seeds that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I think I have one other packet of seed, which is a burpee seed, but these are from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put them in the ground. I'm going to plant these zinnia seeds and see if I can get them started in one of the containers, and then transplant them into different parts of the garden where I want them to grow. I have beet seeds, I have cilantro, cauliflower, kale, carrot, and chives. So I'm going to walk around and see exactly where I want to put them and in what containers. More than likely I'm putting the carrot seeds with the radish that I have in the containers, because when the radish are finished, then the carrots will be coming up, and then when I pull the radish, that will help me to thin out the carrots. So it's like double dipping in seed planting. Here in the front bed, I planted some of these same zinnia seeds right around here, and I can see them coming up. So that is a good sign that I can plant out these zinnia seeds, direct sow them in the ground. So I might do a mixture of both, direct sowing and also in pots, so I can be more specific. But I also saw here some cosmos seeds of plants that had come back, and I didn't plant them, but it looks like they self-sowed here in the garden, which is great because I wasn't able to get any cosmos from the Dollar Tree, and I didn't really see. I got a little packet that I'm going to plant, but not necessarily the ones that I like, because usually this area becomes my urban cottage garden. But right now it's just looking so beautiful with the dianthus and the tulips, and the smell, the aroma is fantastic. I've decided to actually plant some of the zinnia seeds right here next to the others that have come up. And since they did well there, I think that I will get some of the plants here if I direct sow. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just adding a little bit more, and to make sure that it has contact, the seeds have contact, I'm just kind of like swirling them in here. And what I'm hoping is that they will settle in and get contact with the dirt. Kind of like even press them in a bit. It's going to rain later on, so that I know that they will be well watered in by Mother Nature, and they will come up. And I'll have seedlings like this one. So these are the carrots, and I'm going to put them in here with the radishes. I'm going to put one in here and put the other one in here. I'm going to seed them together. And as I said, when the radishes have matured and come up, then what I'm going to do is pull them, and that will help to weed out the carrots. Now, I planted some radishes already in these containers, and I had them in the little greenhouse, so they are starting to they're coming up, and hopefully they'll form their second leaves, and we will have some radishes there. I also put the strawberries here, and they're doing very well too. Planted earlier some bush beans here, and I labeled them because I would forget what I planted and where I planted it. I also planted some beets here, some chives and cilantro in this container, some zinnias here, and then you know those microgreens that we got from the Dollar Tree? I just threw out the seeds here because they are plants. It's kale and other greens, and I figured I'll just let them grow here, and they're starting to come up. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what turns out here. So the strawberries are doing good and developing. You see them. And in here I have carrots and the radishes in this container. It's raining, and I wanted the tomato plants to get some of this natural rainwater. I also seeded in this pot some marigolds from the Dollar Tree, the box marigolds. And in this is the time, and it's starting to show signs of coming up. Germination. I'm so happy. Now these are marigold plantings, and they have their second leaves. Yay! And here is another one. This is from the box from the Dollar Tree, marigolds. And then here I was able to sow some okra seeds, the Clemson Spineless. I had gotten these from last year or the year before from Baker's Creek, and so I am hoping that they will come up really well. And then over here is my dinosaur kale. They are looking really good. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Have you begun to sow seed in this sow? Have you been successful at it? And how long have you been sowing seed? How long have you been gardening? Let me know down below. And let us continue to grow together. We're gonna grow together. Yes, we're gonna grow together here in Catherine's garden and home. Well, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time right here in Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye. We're gonna grow, grow, grow together. Yes, grow, grow, grow together here in Catherine's Garden and Home.
For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.